A transgender state senator from Virginia stormed out of the Senate chambers because they were called sir. Look, the pronoun, I don't know what to do for you on the pronoun thing. This is a biological male who wants to be perceived as a female and got angry that Winsome Sears, lieutenant governor, said, yes, sir. Stormed out. You know what? It's just absolutely fascinating, the fragility of these far leftists. They cannot exist in workspaces where people who don't live in their religion can't. This is absolutely absurd. This story is an absurdity. Transgender Virginia State Senator Danica Rome storms out of chamber after she was called sir by State Lieutenant Winsome Sears, who's up-and-coming GOP star. For a long time, I wanted to be accommodating to trans people in terms of their pronouns. But this is going too far. And it's just becoming sheer absurdity. You demand everyone else bow to you and live the way you demand that they live the way you demand. I can't do it anymore. You want to represent your district or whatever, but you'd storm out at someone saying the wrong word. The fragility is offensive to me. I'll play the video for you so you can hear for yourself. And this tweet from Greg Price says, Virginia Lieutenant Governor Winsome Sears refers to transgender state Senator Danica Rome as sir. He then storms out of the room and the Senate went into 2 recesses. Sears then came back out and said, I am not here to upset anyone. I'm here to do the job that the people of Virginia have called me to do. Sears is the first woman to serve as Lieutenant Governor of Virginia, and Danica Rome is a man. Guess which one the libs are angry at. Let me play the video for you. You can hear it for yourself.
The senator may state it.
Madam President, how many votes would it take to pass this bill with the emergency clause?
That would be 4/5, Senator.
And what would be the exact number for that, Madam President?
Yes, sir. That would be 32.
I got to be honest. When I first watched this video, I didn't even notice. But right now is when Danica Rome leaves the Senate chamber.
Those in favor of that motion will record their votes.
And that's it.
Those opposed, no.
Let's go back.
Be 32.
Madam President?
Yes, sir. That would be 32.
Yes, sir. That would be 32, and then storms out. Absolutely incredible.
The question is, shall the bill pass? Those in favor of that motion will record their votes aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators? I am not here to upset anyone. I am here to do the job that the people of Virginia have called me to do, and that is to treat everyone with respect and dignity. I myself have at times not been afforded that same respect and dignity.
This country is becoming a joke. In many ways, it already is. But the reason I say it's becoming is because there are still great parts of this country that are not a joke. But holy crap, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Here's where we are. The first black female lieutenant governor of Virginia, without thought, called a biological male sir. But the biological male doesn't want to be a sir. The biological male wants to be a her. So the male stormed out of the room, angry. Winsome Sears, the first black female lieutenant governor, the first female lieutenant governor, apologized for this. We live in an absurd reality where this has become the nature of our politics. Truly, we are a very comfortable group of people. This is absolutely insane. Virginia-based Danica Rome, 39, was seen marching out of the chamber moments after being misgendered. The remark caused the legislature to go into recess twice, with footage emerging of the exchange between the two. Senator Rome can be heard asking, Madam President, how many votes would it take to pass the bill? Yes, sir, that would be 32. You know what's really funny about this? I'm sorry, but if you're a man, people will call you a man. I am not saying that they're trying to be mean and they're going to insult you. No, I'm saying there are instances where there are females. Well before any of the gender ideology stuff happens, females who look very masculine and they get called sir. When I was 12, I remember this. Back in the day of landline phones, you remember those days? The phone rang and I answered it. And there was a man who said he was looking for Mrs. Poole. And I said, she's not here right now. Can I ask who's calling? And he goes, nice try, ma'am. I know it's you. And I went, what? I'm a boy. But I guess when you're a little boy, they think this is why they have adult women voice little boys on cartoons and stuff like that. And so I just hung up on the guy. But yeah, I was misgendered. How dare you? I was 12. But my friends, I was 12. If I were to be on the phone and get a phone call and they said, I'm looking for Mrs. whoever, and I said, yeah, I can't help you, and they went, ma'am, I know it's you, I'd laugh and be like, dude, you are incorrect, good sir. Nice try, though. I wouldn't get angry. I don't understand how I could. But I suppose when you are soft and frail as a marshmallow, well, you're going to storm out. What I think we see here is an attempt at moral high grounding, I guess, moral grandstanding. This is what the far left cult wants to accomplish with this. A circumstance in which they can shut down the entire legal, judicial, legislative, whatever it may be, proceeding because you have exposed an affront to their cult. In this instance, a biological male who wants you to say female or else will shut down the state Senate unless you apologize and acknowledge the words they want. And this is where I say it's going too far for me. I wanted to be accommodating, but I'm just done with it. Now I'm going to say, y'all reached for the big ask and y'all get it, right? The big ask, what is that? It's when you ask for something more than you expect to get, right? The idea goes, I want to sell you this here stuffed crocheted rooster. And what do I want for it? I want $10. However, I know that if I tell you I want $10, you're going to come back at $5. So I say $20. And then you go, $20? I give you 10. And I go, you drive a hard bargain, but 10 it is. And then I got what I wanted. That's the big ask. Here's what I see with these people. The argument could be said that they're going so extreme so that other individuals can say, I would never storm out from being misgendered, just try and be nice. And they say, that I can accommodate. Now I'm done with all of it. No, I take offense to this, okay? There are people who say it is better to ask for forgiveness than permission. I am not one of those people. If you press upon me and try to ask for forgiveness later, you are cut off. You're done. Sorry, I don't live in that world. It's funny because I've been told this my whole life. Ask for forgiveness, not permission. And I'm like, oh, I get it. If you don't know whether or not you can, use that bike to go to the store and you ask for permission, they could tell you no. But if you go and use it, you'll get the job done and come back and they can't do anything about it. I despise that. I've had people try and pull that off on me. And they say, I did a bad thing that caused you harm. Please forgive me. I just say, no. Goodbye. You're fired. You're out. Peace. And they go, but no forgiveness? No, because there's no honesty, there's no trust, there's no respect in that mentality. That mentality is anti-community. That mentality is I come first. And there may be reasons why you're not supposed to do a certain thing. Let's say there's a bike lying around and someone's like, I need to use that bike to go to the store. And so they take it. And then they go to the store and they come back and I say, why didn't you ask permission to use my bike? And they go, well, I was going to be real quick and I thought I was going to use it. And then I say, someone came by to purchase that bike off me and it was gone and they had to leave and now I am unable to sell it. You owe me $100. You see, there could be reasons why. I'll give you one example. You can't pour grease down the drain because when you pour grease down the drain, it clogs the pipes. And so there are people like, well, I'll just ask for forgiveness if they catch me doing it. Sorry, that doesn't fly because then we got to spend $300 to bring the septic guys out to clear the pipes. And they had to do it. And it caused a sewage backup, which cost us thousands of dollars. Forgiveness. No, you knew you weren't supposed to do it. Don't come to me asking for forgiveness. What do I see here? This individual and what we're seeing now, I am done with this. You want my good graces, you ask for that, and you behave appropriately. But if you're going to storm out and you're going to disrupt our legislative proceedings because you demand everyone bend the knee to you, I say, if it were me and I was in the Virginia, you know what I would do right now if I was in the Virginia State Senate? As soon as it happened, I would say, I'd like to bring a motion. Well, I don't know how they actually do it, but I would work to whatever means a motion to expel Danica Roem. And I would say this: I have no problem being polite and using someone's preferred pronouns for expediency and not to cause problems. I don't think anyone's deserving of respect. They earn respect. But I believe in giving the benefit of the doubt. So if someone comes to me and says, please refer to me in this way, I will defer to, okay, let's be nice. But if you would then shut down our proceedings because you don't get your way, that is a temper tantrum, and you should be expelled from this legislative body. Of course, these people are all weak. And what happens? Winsome Seer apologized. If I was lieutenant governor and I referred to this person as a sir, and they stormed out, you know what I'd say? I'm not going to apologize. It is inherent within all of us to behave as to our cultural standards. And it is culturally expected you refer to males as he and sir, and females as ma'am and she or whatever. It is not disrespectful because I do not understand your religious practices. And you cannot make it my fault. I can certainly say this: I'll try next time to get the pronoun correct because I want things to be expedient. But you get nothing from me. I have no obligations to you. So no, I will not apologize. Laughable. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up at 8 p.m. over at youtube.com/TimcastIRL. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all then.